the South African Dance Alliance is offering free online evolving yoga chair practice workshops with Professor Dr. Leonard Cruz. These are designed for participants to acknowledge one's ancestors and all living things. Well, Dr. Cruz has performed with internationally renowned choreographers such as Robert Wilson and Sally Silvers. He's currently a participant in the Academy of the International Institute in Berlin, Germany, and is a strong advocate for the inclusion of Black, Indigenous and people of color. Well, to share more on the yoga workshop, we're joined on Zoom by Dr. Leonard Cruz. Dr. Leonard, a very good morning to you. A warm welcome to Morning Live. Tell us more about what evolving yoga chair practice is all about.
It's a practice for everyone. It's an inclusive practice for everyone to be able to acknowledge all that is within us, that is also throughout all of us. And I am practicing yoga in a way that is very much to my indigenous heritage. I am Filipino. Mm-hmm. And of course, we were colonized by Spain. So also I have to acknowledge being the colonizer. So how to work with these two in my ancestral heritage and bring light to this practice, which has been practiced for many centuries, since the 5th century, this yoga practice. And so this evolving chair yoga practice is about practice sitting on a chair. We usually think yoga is about lying and standing, but this one is sitting so that we're able to be inclusive for others who cannot be able to stand and are not as mobile as others. More importantly, this embracing all the natural elements that exist within the yoga postures, as well as within us and throughout the universe. That is what the evolving yoga chair practice is about.
Mm-hmm. How can the evolving yoga chair practice assist in storytelling through expressive arts?
Mm-hmm. So the past few days, I've been teaching it here in South Africa, and it has been amazing for the participants because we've lost touch with what is inherent within our bodies and minds and souls, right? That the arts are within our bodies and we can draw, we can tell stories, write our stories, draw images, we can sing, we can move and transform our bodies. Our ancestors did that before us, and we are capable in doing this today. So this expression through the arts is possible through storytelling. For example, if we take a posture like goddess is just raising the arms and the legs wide apart. How do we acknowledge the feminine quality within us? How do we acknowledge the women before us that allowed us to be here today? How do we acknowledge the women, the goddesses that are here present with us, that continue to support and mentor our lives? So this is so important. This is just one posture. We go into different animals like dolphin, dog, cat, cow. We go into natural elements like the mountain posture or boat posture. All of these are alive. Animism is the belief that everything is alive. And if we think of like the boat, a boat, what is it made out of? Is it made out of wood? It comes from trees. The quality of the work, the craftsmanship of the work. This is all important, right? And how can we transform our bodies to being a boat, to transport others from one side to the other side of their journey? So this is a practice that is about transformation, embodiment, and healing.
Now, we believe you're also hosting another workshop today as well, and that is free. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. So today it starts at 3 in the afternoon and ends at 5. And I ask that you bring a journal or a notebook or piece of paper and pen so that you're able to draw images or write an affirmation or tell your story so that after you've transformed into this posture, we perform a posture. And then we acknowledge the posture, we transform into this posture, and then we write a story or share an image of what this posture being meant to you. So this is what we'll do today, and we'll do this all next weekend as well, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 3 to 5.
And why is it important, for the inclusion of, Black, Indigenous people? Why is that such an important aspect of what you do?
Because it's inherent within our ancestors, right? All of that, I get emotional. We have to accept our ancestors that were very much animist. They believed that the water, that the mountains, that the sun, that the moon, that the stars were very much of who we are, and we're very much of, if we acknowledge them, they're our ancestors, they will in turn provide and support for us. And that's why it's important to
And
embrace.
how much of acknowledging the existence of ancestors goes a long way as you go forward in this journey?
It's very important, right? Because I believe that I live in Germany. I was raised in the United States. There's this divide with the climate crisis, right? And our ancestors, our indigenous ancestrals, we really acknowledged all of the universe and all the natural elements that exist within us as well as outside of us. And it's important to be mindful and to live and support and acknowledge all that is around us. And to decolonize, I accept that I was raised in Christianity and Catholicism, but as well as my indigenous side of my father's side, and embracing that. And those two are very important. And how do we work and live with these two entities that is a part of who I am?
All right. Professor Cruz, thank you so much for speaking to us. Good luck with the workshop today, the Evolving Chair Practice, which will consist of a seated mindfulness meditation, which leads to seated yoga postures. We just spoke to Professor Dr. Leonard Cruz.